Hey guys, what's up? I am here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Gundam Build Divers Read Rise, which is on episode 8. Now, this episode right here, it looks like we get to see some objectives of what each team member of the Build Divers were looking for or going for, which we already know Mr. Edgelord or Edgeboy what Edgeboy's looking for. But if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that May ends up having a little small talk with Maggie. I think it's the purple hair guy. I think that's his name. I hope I got it correct because if I remember correctly, I think it's Maggie. But whatever. May was actually ending up talking to him for a bit about what's to come of the next mission. And of course, the enemy that attacked them is the Celt Sam. We don't really know what that guy is or something, but one thing for sure, he's very powerful. But we also see to it that Hiroto seems to be possibly an edge boy or edgy kind of guy because something might have happened with him with that girl that he's possibly looking for throughout the series, which we already knew from the very beginning of the series, before he was dragged into a team by Kazami himself, you know? How annoying is that? But aside from that, May was trying to look into Hiroto's expressions, but apparently doesn't have any. And eventually, the Build Divers team, along with Kazami and Par, ends up going to the location of the new base where the Resistance is residing at. But we also see what the next story mission is, and it's likely underwater. And we see to it, of course, that Par suggested they do some kind of creative story mission underwater to get the idea of how to deal with underwater. Of course, they end up doing the mission, but not before Hiroto and May does have a little small talk with each other about goals and everything else before the day comes about with the creative challenge quest, you know? We get to see that Hiroto does look around the new city of the new Resistance base and remembers how he has his time with that same girl in the Jeep in the Build Divers world. And he remembers having a lot of time and fun there, but something might have happened between him and her that maybe caused her to disappear, or something happened to her to a point that he that he became Mr. Edgeboy or whatsoever. Whatever the case may be, May, on the other hand, was trying to talk to Hiroto what's his goal, because we see to it that Par wanted to have a goal to fly, and Kazami's trying to have a goal to be cool, you know? But May was trying to ask Hiroto, what mission or goal do you have? And Hiroto explains it implicitly by saying, something I'm looking for that can never be obtained whatsoever. It sounds confusing, but if you watch the episode, you may get the idea what he's looking for. Even right now, Hiroto's possible childhood friend or friend whatsoever is actually concerned for him. Even the guy who keeps an eye on Hiroto when he logs in or something is actually became someone different instead of being that same boy who could laugh and smile all the time, you know? But as the episode continues on, we see to it that the Build Divers team take on this creative underwater mission, and apparently we see to it that that Par and Kazami kind of got taken out pretty badly, while Hiroto and May were the only ones there. But Hiroto ends up using May as a teammate to as a distraction, and ends up doing the work himself. That is to grab that little ball mechanism and return it to the surface. Of course they succeeded, and of course Hiroto does tell everyone that he'll go underwater by himself, and I'm like, you can't be serious at doing that, man. I can understand you're a Mr. Edge Boy and knows how to get things done in the right way, but you can't just go on your own like that. Even May says you haven't changed at all and asked him, are you sure this is enough? I understand what you're coming from, but do you really think this is enough? And Hiroto ends up having that same flashback when that girl asks him, is this enough, Hiroto? Is this really enough? And Hiroto, yeah. Preview of next episode, it's gonna involve the underwater mission, but it looks like to me Hiroto seems to be a little bit edgy about being on his own whatsoever. I don't know what Hiroto's trying to achieve from this, but one thing for sure, we already know what his goal is, but him being a little bit more isolated or edgy, however you want to call it, is not going to make anything better. I mean, some things you could do on your own, but there are some things you can't, man. I mean, that's the reality of it. So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Zero. Have a good day, And I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot!